And we are back. Nimrandir and gang gonna do some exploration of the city in Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. So, we have some stuff hanging around the map. So there's a Pataxian wine cellar. Yeah. So anyway, most of this stuff we've seen before. If I were wanting to return back to the Defender's Heart to rest up, there's a fallen horse that I can, get some reagents from. I might do that, eventually. We have some other stuff down here. Hogus Glum's, mansion. We've, technically said we'd go investigate that. But of late, the big exploration here is the Aroden party house, which we became aware of just recently. And apparently, a noble, Count Darren Aroden, he has a couple of other names in the middle that I've already forgotten, but he was holding a party, and demons are apparently besieging his party house. Again, not his living house, his house specifically for parties. So it says the feast here become legendary until demons came knocking right at the door. So for what it's worth, I remember we saw Darren at in the introductory sequence. He was someone who mentioned something about possibly that what was I doing bleeding all over a good party or something like that. Anyway, so I think we're going to head to the party house and see what's going on. I'm kind of pushing things a bit. Half my party is currently suffering from fatigue for some reason. I'm still not quite sure why it's happening in these weird stages. To be honest, it kind of annoys me, but whatever. I don't think it's worth returning to Defender's Heart and resting just to shake the fatigue. That's going to cost me like 11 or 12 hours of in-game time. And I've got this feeling there's a timer sitting on me, right? So it takes an hour. That messenger said that it was like just the next street over. It's a very long street, apparently. Anyway. So I guess I hit continue. Yeah, let's see if we can avoid... Of course not! We found a random encounter. Okay. Which is a little awkward, by like tabletop terms, sort of the gentle person's agreement in a tabletop setting is usually that you'd have like one random encounter at most between, like important things. We already had one where I kind of steamrolled those two cultists on my way to the market square, so it's a little aggravating that a random encounter triggered between whatever. I'll try not to be, too frustrated about it. The fact that it's got to load this encounter map, at least it seems to be going relatively quickly. I might not have to cut this. We'll see. Come on. You're at 91%. You can do it. All right. Awesome. So, there's a loot bag over on that side. I can't quite tell what's going on here. Yeah, so... And there's something ahead of me. Okay. We're going to try going this way first. And pick up some stuff. Some quartz, money, and some meteor dust. Okay.
Now what is that?
Oh, hey.
It is no trouble.
Way to go. I think that was... okay. Again, I feel guilty about this. But, okay, I'm not collecting an eyeball from this guy, but, so apparently we are, stepping into the Twilight Zone here. Give me a comment if you get that reference. Let's see, we also have a medallion. Okay, yeah, I'm not taking this guy's eyeball. That's,
on my way.
I'm a little worried about the fact that there's, like, a naked person. I'm guessing somebody's already stripped them of their clothes. Who's this? Somebody
Wearing
reading a book?
robe? Check. Baphomet symbol around the neck? Check. Crazy eyes? Check. Note to self. Bring a mirror next time to be able to adjust the optimal level of eye craziness. Everything is ready for the experiment.
We've wandered into an experiment. Okay. For what it's worth, full disclosure, the lore book that came with the game has told me who this character is, so this is not... I didn't know this is where we meet this character, but I'm aware of her existence. Alright. So, alright, well, let's continue.
An audience. problematic, but not critical. You there, boy. Stay out of this. It is counterproductive to stand in the way of scientific progress.
Who are you? What are you... Yeah, I kind of like number 3. Yeah, like, I imagine Helwig raising his hand. I have a question. What?
Who's that? I don't know her.
Okay.
Greetings, boys and girls. I am your sister in sin, a devotee of Lord Baphomet's dark will, and so on and so forth.
You know, if you're trying to infiltrate something, and so on and so forth is probably not good to include. Just chucking that out there. But, anywho.
She looks like one of us, but she talks kinda weird. Who's there with you?
Oops.
Who? Oh, them. Just an audience. They don't matter. Consider them a supplementary component of the coming experiment.
Sure. Yeah, literally, this is completely honest. Now, to be fair, death to Baphomet cultists seems appropriate, but I was just passing by.
In the name of our Lord Baphomet, please be so kind as to undertake a little test of your competency in our wicked cause.
It seems the cultist wishes to say something, but the woman won't let him. Okay.
Let's start with something simple. So here's my first question. What is Lord Baphomet's favorite weapon?
We will not answer to you.
Our lord can wield any kind of weapon. He is all-powerful.
Oh, cool. Oh boy, we have an archer. Fantastic. And some other people in the back.
Wrong. He wields no weapons at all. He doesn't need any. He just gores his enemies with his horns.
Yeah. By virtue of the fact that I've collected an awful lot of masterwork glaives off cultists of Baphomet so far, I like the answer about the horns. So, it's a glaive made of red adamantine.
That is correct. But still, boy, no prompting, please.
Okay, to be fair, that's kind of fun. Alright, I got a little XP.
This experiment has taken quite a surprising turn. I would never have expected the followers of the great Baphomet to be baffled by such a simple question. Fine. Let's recalibrate the difficulty and proceed with the next question. Please name Lord Baphomet's sacred animal.
A bull! Of course, everybody knows that.
Yep. And a cow.
This is fun, and I keep getting XP, so I'm not turning it... I like that Baphomet's sacred animal is Baphomet himself. Or I could just decide to attack. No, I'm going with this one.
I'd like to ask you to stop prompting them, but it seems they could do with a prompt or two.
I guess I'm taking my little bites of XP. Listen, if the game is not going to play by milestone terms, which I think it kind of is given what I've gotten for some of the quests, but anywho.
It appears the experiment has yielded results which are as unexpected as they are incredible. Baphomet's cultists have not the slightest idea about who Baphomet really is, let alone any in-depth knowledge of his ideology or philosophy. I'm positive that this news will cause a sensation in widest scientific circles.
Damn it. She's right. I'm a shitty excuse for a cultist. And
My
mother
apologies.
used to tell me to become a plowman.
Become a plowman? So a farmer? Okay.
Hey, take it easy. We've only had 2 questions. You there, come on, ask another one. We'll get the next one.
Ask them some more.
Is there any sense in continuing? You cannot answer the simplest of questions. I am ashamed of all of you, as cultists and as individuals.
I'm kind of hoping she, like, just drops a fireball or something and I don't actually have to fight these clowns, but I've got a feeling that's not going to happen. She's going to end up talking them into a fight, right? That's how this is going to go.
Please, ask again. I can answer. I'm sure I can.
Well, I mean, we're sure we're sure you'll answer. I just don't know if you'll answer correctly.
How do you spell Baphomet's name?
Oh dear heavens, I'm scared to hit continue, but okay.
B-A-F-A... Oh, screw it. To hell with Baphomet. I thought it was gonna be fun, but instead there are all these questions. I'm done here. I'm going back to my home village, back to my mother.
To be a plowman, I suppose. I do like that he doesn't know how to spell Baphomet, but I mean, I mean, we're in a society with, like, Renaissance-level technology, so, yeah, it's probably a little unfair to expect him to have, you know, like, significant education. Anyway.
Hey, wait! You there! How dare you stir up discord in our ranks? Grab her and tie her up, and her entire entourage too!
And their little dog, too. Except I don't have a dog. I have a cat. I haven't actually done anything with the cat, but I've got a cat.
The experiment is complete. Unable to deal with the questions, the cultists decide to deal with the examiner instead. A typical reaction for a person who has never been burdened with any intelligence. Now you're gonna start hitting each other, aren't you? Please, proceed. I won't interrupt.
They're gonna hit you. How did you miss this?
Save the last one for me.
Okay, Alright, so, as is usual, I am just gonna, like, do, like, a sneak attack Ray of Frost on this archer, because she hasn't gone yet, so checks out. Okay, so, yeah. It didn't do as much damage as I'd hoped. Oh, that's a barbarian, so she went ragey poo as soon as the fight started. Okay, yeah. I'm definitely not moving him up, though. So, yeah, he can just sit there. Ember? So... I don't think I can reach the sharpshooter. So, yeah, so let's... Actually, can I? If I move over... Trying to figure if there's a way I can move Ember so she's able to trigger the thing. I don't think so. So, yeah, we'll just... Actually, here, let's do it this way. Cultist Archer is level 4. The Neophyte Sharpshooter is level 2. Yeah, the Cultist is actually the more likely of the two to hit. So, yeah, so we'll try to misfortune the... We'll try to misfortune the Archer. That checks out.
Surrender, or else!
Oh, shoot! She just attacked. Oh, well. Doggone it. Oh well. We'll move Ember back this way to try to not draw aggro. Oh, thank you for explaining how being flat-footed works, game. I really appreciate it. Alright, yeah, so you're flat-footed until you act in the first round of every combat, so... So yeah, I took a hit. Fortunately, not a crit or anything like that. I took 3 big damage for being flat-footed. So... I don't want to... Here's my problem. I don't really want to move up next to the barbarian just yet. I want him to come to me. So I think I'm actually going to delay and let him run at me so he doesn't get a free swing, because I think he's going to have to double move to get to me. So yeah, so we will delay until after the Neophyte Barbarian. Alright. Sela, I'm actually going to move her up a little bit. Basically to, you know, make sure she's the first target. Turn on defensive fighting. And I will attempt to demoralize probably the barbarian. He's going to get a bonus. Well, it's not a will save, though. It's just a, you know, okay, sure. Yeah, we'll try to shake him. It worked. He is afeared. Awesome. Okay. So, yeah. Oh, yeah, wasn't that hard. Okay, so the fighter is going to plod forward. Yeah, he'll double move up. He's probably going to get shanked into oblivion. Oh, yeah, that's right, Hellwig. Here. So, let's go ahead. We're probably going to be able to hit the barbarian pretty readily. So, yeah, I'm going to cleave at him. And I panicked the fighter, so I actually did hit them both, so awesome. Okay. Cool. Okay. So that's Hellwig's turn. I don't want him to move or anything. Lan. Hold on. Sure, you can fool around the cult. I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and finish the archer.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Yeah, he needed to go down. There goes the barbarian, who probably went unconscious and then rage died. I don't know if that's, you know, That's one of those weird things about the system, because of I don't know, they actually fixed it, because they're using the Unchained Barbarian rules. But in the original Pathfinder rules, the Barbarian is written in the core rulebook. They got bonus hit points when raging because their constitution went up. But when they would fall out of rage, say being knocked unconscious, they'd end up losing a bunch of hit points and then sort of falling through the threshold from being unconscious to dead, just, as a matter of principle. So, anyway. So, yeah, so that's not much of an issue here, but 14 damage is pretty bad. He was already, like, low on hit points. So, anywho. So, Lan, yeah, that's fine. Camellia. Let's cast Protective Luck on Seela. And then we'll kind of move you over this way. Yeah. To get another AOO on our fleeing fighter guy, as he, I mean, assuming he survives, Woljif's probably going to walk up and shank him, so I don't know if it's going to matter much. But anyway. The cultist is going to cast Shield of Faith and run in. Well, run-ish in. Actually, I'm going to do some fancy running here, so let's see. I'm trying to figure out how to do this so I can get to the fighter. To get to the cultist for a flank. Okay.
Cover me,
cool.
all right?
Oh, I had to move too far.
Stab you or zap you. Why not both?
Doggone it. I hate when that happens. Anyway, so let's go ahead and misfortune the cultist. At this point, I think it's safe to, walk up and hex the sharpshooter. That's fine. Yeah, so he needs two. He's got to roll better than my target's AC twice in order to, score the kill, to score a hit. So, what was the number? Yeah, he got a. Oh, I mean he actually would have missed on them both. Oh well. Anywho, so Seela. Yeah, sure. Step up and hit the cultist.
The Inheritor, guide my blade.
Wow, that Shield of Fate. How high? What was Seela's roll? At the 13. Okay. I was thinking, because, yeah, so it was a pretty good roll. I was thinking she's fighting defensively. How in the heck is she, Anyway. Wait, he was running away through my party. What was that all about? Okay. That was not good tactics there. Alright, I'm just gonna walk up and, attempt to murderize this cultist. Except I was one shy on my roll. Oh well. Probably won't matter much with Lan coming up next.
Survive me.
Needed a 10. Wow, 2 rolls, both single digits. Awesome game. Okay. So, Camellia, would you kindly misfortune the cultist? Yeah, so... And then we'll, move up to engage. Okay. Yeah, that's a bummer. I'm really upset.
Distract them for me.
Wow, crit sneak attack. Okay. Sure. Then we'll move back this way to get him out of the line of combat. I'm gonna have to heal Helwig after this. Bit of a bummer. But, sure. He's apparently still misfortune somehow, so I'm gonna try to put him to sleep just to end this mess. Yeah. Misfortune shouldn't have lasted that long, right? I mean, the nat 1 helps, but yeah, he was gonna fail anyway, I think. So, whatever. Alright. Still asleep. Seela, go ahead and turn off the defensive fighting and run up and hit the... There, actually. Charge up and hit this guy. Oh, path to target is blocked. Okay, so... Wonder why the path to the target... I'm guessing because of that... I'm guessing this little cart, gallows, whatever, is blocking the line, but, anyway. Wonder if Helwig can charge. Nope, Helwig's path is also blocked. So, now I... Okay, get out of the action bar, because I don't really have anything else I can do. As I slowly waddle everybody up. Okay. actually, to be fair. Lan's...
This!
Oh, now you get the crit, Lan. Who is this guy? Oh, Lord. The absence of an answer is an answer, too. It's that stranger guy again. Okay. I'm guessing he's just going to walk off like he did the last time. I'm getting Baldur's Gate vibes. Like, is that like Elminster or something? I don't, anyway. Pathfinder doesn't have an...
The result is statistically predictable, especially considering their intelligence level.
As I was saying, Elminster doesn't exist in Pathfinder. He's very much a Dungeons & Dragons thing. But, so yeah, she's very much talking like a scientist getting ready to submit something for a peer-reviewed journal, so that's a thing.
What about you, boy? Are you ready to answer some questions for the good of science? Let's proceed with the experiment. My first question is simple. Which colors does the goddess Iomade prefer?
Okay. Yeah, you're absolutely convinced the answer is red and white. To be fair, Bill knew the answer anyway. So, yeah, so red and white. Sure, yeah.
This answer is correct. It is comforting to meet at least one educated person in the melting pot of ignorance that is Canabras today.
The melting pot of ignorance. And carnage. Don't forget the carnage.
Let's proceed. Did Aroden take part in any crusade before he died?
I mean, he fought... Didn't he seal away I think he sealed away a character that's completely unrelated to this, so...
Aroden's death dates to 4606, and that is precisely the year when the world was opened. The first crusade started back in 4622. Your answer is wrong.
I was actually thinking about the crusade to deal with something completely different than the world wound, which, yeah, that... If I had thought about the fact that she was only talking about the world wound, yeah, I knew the answer, but... I'm kind of nitpicking her here, but that's fine. I can't remember if there was officially a crusade to deal with the Whispering Tyrant.
I suppose I should terminate the experiment due to the subject's utterly woeful performance. But don't get upset. We all can't be smart. Someone has to be strong. I liked how you defeated those cultists.
Well, thanks.
It seems to me that I owe you an explanation. My name is Nenio. I am an explorer, a pilgrim, a yet-to-be-recognized scientific luminary, future author of the great Encyclopedia Galarianica, and rector of all Absalom's universities at once. Future rector, I should say. I also know several spells.
I like that, rector of all the universities at once. Yeah, that's, okay. Now, can you finally tell me what you're getting at all those questions? Why do you keep calling me boy? Actually, it's probably because Hellwig looks older than this Nenio person, so why she keeps referring to me as boy is a valid question as far as I'm concerned. Sure. I mean, it's pretty clear to Phil. Like I say, it's clear to Nim as a, as an academic what's going on here, but anywho.
It is so heartening to see you strive for knowledge. I have been conducting an experiment comparing the intellectual abilities of the average cultist with those of the average crusader.
Okay, well, I mean, in fairness, hopefully I'm winning,
Unfortunately, the experiment has proven that the opposing parties possess approximately equal faculties in this regard. A shame, indeed, for I have always claimed that despite the popular beliefs about the limited intellectual abilities of those in the army, at least some of them can be considered educated. It appears I was mistaken.
I'm a little offended here. I got all of their questions right, and I got one of my own questions right. So you're trying to say that I'm mediocre?
Yes.
Like she's trying to figure out if that's going to get her murdered, I guess. I don't know. Sure. Why do you keep calling me boy? That's totally fair. Like I said, I look older and I'm scarred up and all kinds of stuff, so...
I apologize for an injury to your ego, but your name is irrelevant on the grand scale of the universe. Thus, it cannot possibly interest me. I will forget it as soon as I hear it. To avoid unnecessary confusion, I'd prefer to not know it at all.
I'd prefer for you to follow the actual order of the words in your printed text, but, you also split an infinitive, but... Anywho. So, I find that kind of funny, so for what it's worth, this is like an actual reference to stuff. If I remember right, Sherlock Holmes actually believed that the sun revolved around the Earth, if I'm remembering it right, because it didn't really affect him, so he didn't see it worth remembering, but anyway. Sure. Yep. Canabras isn't safe right now. If you're going to be wandering around as an unarmored spellcaster...
Do you wish to become my follower? To accompany me on my expeditions to the World Wound? To assist me in my experiments? To run errands for me? Perhaps even to write down my deepest thoughts for the benefit of future generations? Oh, how splendid! Of course, I agree.
Yeah, I'm probably going to regret this. But hey, more party members is good, particularly since this isn't Baldur's Gate, and she's not just, like, you know, going to stand here forever. I feel kind of Euphied. This feels very Final Fantasy VII. Like, you know, anyway. Look it up if you don't understand.
Truth be told, I have no money to pay you. But you will be aiding the progress of science, and that is its own reward.
I mean, yeah, Nim the player is going to be directing you, but, yeah, it's not worth fighting. Sure. Yeah, here, we'll go with this one, sure.
Huh? What? Oh, yes, the dangers and these battles. Of course, I will follow your orders. I place my life in your capable hands, so I can focus on the things that really matter.
Okay, sure.
Excellent. You're hired. To think that I finally found someone to accompany me. 27 Crusaders before you said no. Not one of them saw the undeniable appeal of my offer.
Oh. Well, can't imagine why they didn't, but anyway, awesome, so...
Your first assignment is to take me to a safe place. I have to admit that today's experiment has left me quite tired.
Seriously, she already fatigued. Well, she's got to level up, evidently. I'm half tempted at this point. I mean, Woljif is kind of... Like I said, he's already fatigued. Methinks he might be the best choice to send, like I said, to get out of here. Because obviously I need my two frontliners. Camellia does buffy stuff. Lan is a primary damage dealer. Ember is kind of a battlefield controller. Woljif is kind of extra. So I think... There we go. And I've got that actually moves my slightly higher AC people up front and leaves the squishy spellcasters in the back. Progress. All right. Because, yeah, I don't quite need... I don't want Ninio where I had Woljif kind of up front. Anyway, cool. Yeah, let's do this.
No reason to pause.
All right, now we got some exploring to do. So, is this another one of the... What is this thing? Oh, that's a cooking ingredient. Okay. So... Just loot the bodies, see if there's anything worthwhile. Crossbow. Yeah, stuff that's basically going to get shredded, I think. Oh, hang on, that bow is worth money. It's a masterwork and a composite? Yes, take that. Masterwork falcon, okay. Chain shirts, too heavy. Scroll of bless. A glaive. I hate leaving behind some heavier armor, but yeah, I don't think the rest of these people are going to have anything worthwhile. Okay, so... Alright, do I have anything else? There's a box I can loot. Got Ninio with me. Awesome. So
This is simple.
some chitin and edible moss. I need to heal up before moving on. And we've been going for getting close to half an hour. I might, you know, pop things back up once I look at Ninio's character sheet and figure out how I'm going to level her up. But we're at a good place to pause, so we'll go ahead and stop here. I guess we'll get to the Aroden Party House next time. My apologies for the false flag there. Anyway, thanks for watching. Feel free to check out the rest of the Nimrandir Plays Wrath of the Righteous series to see what's brought us to the streets of this rather ruined town, apparently serving as someone's graduate assistant now. I mean... I guess that means I passed the application test. So, okay, great, I'm admitted. Fantastic. Anyway, we will catch you next time.